The U.S. and China face a deadline at the end of this year to decide whether the Phase 1 trade agreement, which took effect just 1 month before the world went into lockdown, is working as intended. Under the deal, China pledged to open up new markets to companies across several industries and also buy hundreds of billions of dollars in new U.S. goods. One company in particular stood to benefit, and for Boeing, those deliverables have not panned out.
This is a runway to nowhere. Dozens of planes, tens of billions of dollars, all ordered by Chinese carriers, now in a holding pattern. Grant County International Airport in Moses Lake, Washington, is just one so-called boneyard where Boeing is keeping these jets relatively warm. As part of a trade deal inked 2 years ago, China agreed its domestic carriers like Xiamen or China Southern would buy an estimated $52 billion in aircraft and parts in 2020 and 2021. So far, it's done just $8.6 billion, according to economists. One major reason, its airline regulator has kept the 737 MAX grounded, the last holdout after a series of fatal crashes.
40% of the MAX backlog right now is being held back because China hasn't certified the aircraft.
While every sale has different terms, analysts say Boeing gets paid for planes in roughly 3 stages. About 5% on order, 40% when the plane is being produced, and the majority upon delivery. The deal sets those purchase targets for 2 years, but says they could apply to orders or deliveries. We asked President Biden's top trade official whether they could close that gap.
Is it possible that China could buy a bunch of Boeings and make up that lost ground?
Well, we won't know what's possible until we start talking.
Still, analysts say there's just too much ground to make up.
I think you can't hide billions of dollars of aircraft and, 100 units of planes just sitting there. So I don't think that there's a creative way behind the aerospace element of reaching the Phase 1 deal.
China's aviation regulators earlier this month issued a directive that should pave the way for the 737 MAX to return to the skies there. And Boeing CEO has suggested sales could resume early next year. But that, of course, would be after the year-end deadline for the deal's compliance. And a senior administration official tells me conversations with China on that compliance and the future of the Phase 1 deal are still ongoing.